About 20 years ago in Miami-Dade County, we had a pretty serious juvenile issue, more than 20,000 arrests and some pretty high-profile homicides that involved juveniles. And so as a community, we began to address that issue. Our first course of action was to open a juvenile assessment center, which was a 2-year collaborative effort on the part of all the partners that were involved in the JAC. Once we opened, we began to really achieve unimaginable efficiencies as far as up to that point our system had ever seen, in that for the very first time we were able to take a step back and see what else needed to be done. At that time we were seeing over 350 kids being arrested a week. We saw a lot of research coming in telling us what would work with different children at different points, but really no plan of how to take all of those different pieces of research and really apply it systemically to us who were going 24 hours a day. So that was our plan, and we went to the Justice Department and the U.S. Congress and we said we want to do a national reform project and really rethink what we're doing in Miami-Dade County. And even though that was initially a county initiative, it did include the full participation of the Florida Department of Juvenile Justice, as well as our stakeholders, judges, state attorney, public defender, the schools, providers, the whole community. And in about 10 years, what we saw was a reduction in arrests of more than half. We saw a reduction in rearrests by 80%. We saw our detention center population plummet to less than half of what it was in its most busy time. And we really retooled how the community viewed juvenile justice and how we should approach juvenile justice. When Governor Scott offered me the position of secretary, he said that he wanted to have the best juvenile justice system in the United States. And I assured him that we would give it our all. One of the things that is very critical in our reform of juvenile justice in the state of Florida is to really ensure that every child gets the right service at the right time and just the right amount of that service. Because we know that unfortunately there are going to be children in our system that are going to need a lot of interaction with the courts and a lot of interaction with our department. But what we want to prevent is unnecessary interaction with the courts and with our department if necessary. We're fortunate that we have a full continuum under the Department of Juvenile Justice, and it allows us to have prevention, intervention, diversion, probation. So there are a lot of steps that we can utilize along the way to really stop that child in his tracks and prevent him from moving any deeper into the juvenile justice system.